Hi, I'm Robin Easton. It's funny, that song, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, has deep significance for me. And of a very interesting sort, which I'm going to share with you today. When I was a kid, little, my dad would go through these phases of I look back on them now as an adult. I'm not quite sure what to call them, but just these phases, and would just change everything in our life. And, you know, we started out when we were little, and we had, you know, relatively like normal Christmases, you know. The presents under the tree, we'd go into the woods and get the tree and decorate the house and, you know, Christmas cookies and all that. And one year he comes and he says, oh, you know, he gets this kick where we're going to start going to the door, that every time someone comes to the door, all us kids, there's 6 kids in the family, and we're going to all rush to the door with Dad and Mom and sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas. And so I remember his favorite song. We'd go to the doorbell would ring, and he'd go, okay kids, come on, hurry up, someone's at the door. And you'd go, bing bong, you know. And Dad would be out on the porch, and we had this like closed-in porch, and he wouldn't open the door yet, so the people are waiting on the other side of the door, and they probably hear all this racket, come on kids, hurry up, get on, someone's here. So, you know, depending on the age you were, that meant how quick you got there. It's like if you were, I remember like my youngest brother, you know, and the one above him, the 2 youngest ones often, you know, they'd be running and just running, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, heading for the porch. And then as you got older and you were kind of like in junior high, you know, you'd kind of be like, I don't want to really do this. And be like in slow motion, really not running at all. And, you know, but you'd eventually get there and there'd still be Dad standing by the door. Come on, hurry up. Where's so-and-so and where's so-and-so? Oh, they're right here. Yeah, but where's your mother? Where's your mother? Dottie, get out here. And we'd all finally be there. There'd be the little ones at the front. Okay, get the little kids at the front and the bigger ones at the back. And you know, in the meantime, the people are still on the other side of the door. They're waiting. And I imagine my grandparents, you know, like, you know, they're standing out there. My poor grandmother, who was very thin, you know, and she'd be probably out there freezing. And anyway, so we'd all get to the door, and then Dad would say, okay, you know, like, I can't remember if he counted, but you knew there was some kind of signal, you know, in the Sound of Music where the dad blows the whistle, and all the kids come and they line up. And then they sing for the guests, you know. And so we'd all be at the door, and then finally say, okay, you ready? All right, when I open the door, you start singing. And so he'd open the door, and this wasn't like some little melodic, we wish you a Merry Christmas, you know, it wasn't like that. This was, you know, Dad was like the conductor, and it'd be, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And so anyway, I remember one time, it's funny, specific little details you remember. Dad got us all out there. We're all lined up. He's blown the whistle, you know, figuratively. And the kids, we've all come, we're lined up, we're ready, and Dad says, okay, you know. And you couldn't tell who was on the other side of the door unless Mom saw their vehicle in the driveway or saw them come in if she was in the kitchen. And so you'd open the door and you'd be waiting, who is it, who is it? And we open the door and we all start going, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas. You imagine 6 little voices kind of off key singing almost, it's almost a round because, you know, we've all started at different times. And he opens the door and there's the mailman. Standing there, his mouth open, and he's just blasted with this, you know, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you. And he's standing there. I remember this guy, I remember his coat, He had on like a uniform padded kind of coat, and he's just standing there like shell-shocked. I mean, he didn't even say anything. He's just, and he had on one of those hats like you'd wear in Russia, you know, that has the flap at the front and the flap at the sides, and he has the sides pulled way down, and you know, and by the time we would all get there and you'd open the door, you know, it's like you'd open the door and they'd have icicles forming, and they'd be like, you know, stuck in rigor mortis from the cold, you know, frozen, clawing at the door trying to get in, you know, because, you know, we had to get everything ordered and lined up. And so that was a phase we went through, which was the We Wish You a Merry Christmas, the song I was playing, which has deep, profound significance. Okay, kids, come on, hurry up. Someone's